Am I at the wrong podcast again?
Again?
Real Dino? No. No.
No, Real Dino is my Flintstones podcast.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 42 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here as always by Tim McGavick.
Hey.
Ready to record, Tim?
I'm ecstatic.
You're hyped.
Best movie I've seen in years. Let's do it.
Sick. Let's get into it. Also here, Tyler Switelski.
7-banger.
7.
Out of the gate!
Is that referencing the number of dwarves?
Yes.
Or...
Thank you.
There's a weird porno name there. Snow White and the 7. No, never mind.
Also here is Adam Franey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
You're also
Good.
here. Let's just run down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's podcast. As usual, we're going to discuss our last seen film, as well as do our review of the week, and that is The Huntsman, Winter's War, starring Chris Hemsworth, Charlize Theron, Emily Blunt, Jessica Chastain. We're going to get into that later. And also, we have a bunch of trailers to discuss this week in our news segment, so that's going to be Magnificent Seven, Girl in the Train, Infiltrator, Jason Bourne, Founder, Cafe Society. We got a bunch, so if you guys do want to skip ahead to those, you can click on any of the timestamps in the description box below on YouTube, and you can skip ahead. And also, if you guys do like our videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, with that out of the way, let's get into our last scenes. Adam, you're pointing to yourself. I guess you want to go.
I don't know what you're talking about, Scott. I would never...
Jump in like that?
Anyways.
What do you got for us?
Full disclosure. This is literally the last movie I saw.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, I know.
That's what we always do.
Of course. Anyway.
You watched a movie between the theater and now, or?
No.
Then you do not use that word correctly.
Sorry.
We'll give you a break, but what is the movie?
I watched half of Avatar. Does that count?
That sounds familiar.
Legend of the Guardians.
Oh, God.
The Owls of Oh.
You're working your way through the Zack Snyder filmography here?
Yes, I am, Tim.
I'm about to puke.
Animated film. Came out in 2010, directed by one Zachary Snyder.
Is that the one who did that movie with the... He did the movie
Sucker
about
Punch.
bats, too,
Yeah.
right? As well as owls?
Yeah. When a young owl is abducted by an evil owl army, he must escape with newfound friends and seek the legendary guardians to stop the menace. Starring Emily Barkley, Abby Cornish, S.C. Davis, Joel Edgerton as the villain, Metalbeak. I will wait for the
Joel.
laughter to end. Ryan Quanten from True Blood, and a little someone I like to call Miss Helen Mirren, who's in this flick. Astonishing that she would stoop to this level. Sam Neill, also.
Wow.
Jeffrey Rush, Hugo Weaving.
Who are those nobodies in the beginning?
Yeah,
that
why did you leave
mentioned?
with those names?
It's in alphabetical order in my memory, I think. I had to say the best for last. Jim Sturgis and David Wenham? Wow.
Wow, wow.
Interesting also, it's written by the guy who wrote Band of Brothers, and he hasn't written a movie since this movie. So
I wonder why.
He ran.
A bit telling.
It's really mysterious.
It's very mysterious, Scott. This is Zack Snyder's first non-R-rated movie, and well, no, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman aren't R, I guess. So.
Nope. They're not.
It's not very good, this movie. It's very average. I
It's
know
about owls.
that's not what you guys were expecting.
That's
I know you
what
expected a
was expecting.
masterpiece, but the animation's gorgeous, but
Other than that,
What's the plot? The plot's got anything
it's the
interesting?
Snyder MO. It looks beautiful, but the characters don't give a fuck. Plot, nope. Missed there too. Just beautiful and like decent voice acting, but nothing amazing. Yeah, just kind of like a nothing movie. And this also brought to my like realization that Watchmen is his last movie that I loved. Like I think he's still
2008, right?
yeah, 2009 I think.
2009.
9?
he's still riding the goodwill of Watchmen. Like, you have Sucker Punch, this movie, Man of Steel.
That's
which is
not Bash
polarizing.
Sucker Punch. It was...
You're the slim minority.
Incredibly slim.
The people who enjoy
Literally
Sucker
you and Zack Snyder.
Yeah. You know who loves that movie?
Punch. I don't even think Zack Snyder likes it.
Fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, and after BVS being a disappointment, he's just, I don't know, he's just a schmuck now. I love 300. I love Watchmen, but he's going like full Michael Bay. He's just kind of only plays by his own rules. He's just so
What
lazy.
was the movie?
Now.
The zombie movie? Was it like
Dawn of the Dead.
He did
yeah.
Dawn of the
That
Dead,
was his
right?
first movie.
Yeah.
Very well reviewed. It's apparently very good. His best reviewed movie with 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's crazy that Watchmen or 300 don't have higher, I feel.
Yeah, I love those two. 300 is 60%, Watchmen is 64%.
That's crazy.
How baffling was that?
That's
Because I
crazy.
looked up all of his filmography on Rotten Tomatoes, and, you know, I'm expecting, like, those two to obviously be the highest.
They're very well reviewed.
And they're second and third highest,
They're not-
but at 60 and 65.
Can't even certify fresh those. That's crazy.
It's baffling.
Yeah,
Okay.
baffling.
I can't think of a person that I've talked to that hasn't enjoyed The Watchmen. Like,
Or 300.
yeah,
Probably, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
There's obvious failings in like 300, for example, in like the story. Like it's been done a million times. Like it's like, but that's not what the movie's made for.
no,
Like some movies just transcend. I don't
it's
know.
more
It's
than
so
that.
different.
You know?
It's just crazy to me.
Agreed. It's funny, too, like, there's obvious Snyder tropes in Legend of the Guardians.
The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
The Owls of Ga'Hoole. That's how it's pronounced. Get it right, Scott.
My mistake.
Idiot. Like in some of the action sequences, the owls are flying at each other, and then it'll like speed ramp and like they go in slow mo.
No.
And, like claw each other.
Just high intense owl
Have you
fights.
three not seen this?
No.
That's Scott. You haven't seen it, right?
No.
It's like I couldn't get past that. I'm watching owls. Like so lame. There's
Yeah.
no lamer animal to watch fight. They're like wing batting each other and like 300 speed ramp, like feather swipe.
Smacking each other's with feathers.
Just fucking awful. Fuck you, Zack
Not
Snyder.
even talons. Like, come on.
No, not even.
The
talons.
owls have sharp talons.
And like
Does Metalbeak even use his beak? Like,
no, Metalbeak doesn't use his
Does he,
beak.
does he have he has a metal beak?
Yeah, he
My God.
Then what's the
Thank
point of it
God.
then?
Don't
I was worried.
he has like a metal mask, and they, you know, he's like the guy they're all afraid of, and like there's a legend that there's an owl who got his beak torn off in battle, so he wears this like metal beak.
Like Bane?
Yes,
Sick.
much like
he's
that.
basically
He's
Bane, but
He's the
owl.
bane of owls. Joel Edgerton,
Of course.
who sounded nothing like Joel Edgerton, not necessarily in a good way or bad way. It's just I was astonished.
When you saw the credits, you're probably like, what the hell?
I was like, what the fuck is this? There's no way. Yeah, overall, just the most cliched story, lame characters, but some of the most beautiful animation maybe I've ever seen, for whatever
Wow.
that's worth. Doesn't mean anything though, right? Because I just
It's like
don't
an
care.
empty, like,
Yeah.
empty
It's
praise.
very empty. It's like mind numbing. Probably give it a 2, say.
2 out of 5 reels.
Yeah, just for the visuals.
Touche.
Damn.
All right.
Nice pun.
I would like to jump in next, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I know Tim is like you're always on the edge of your seat to jump in, so I'm sorry, man.
Tim's going last this week.
Oh,
Sit on it, Tim.
I'm just
ruthless.
gonna leave. You guys text me when I'm up then. I don't give a shit what movie you guys
Yeah,
watch.
we'll text you. Just leave.
Let me guess, you watched the first Snowman movie. Snow White movie.
Snowman.
Snowman.
No, Tim, I did not.
Jack
you've seen it already?
Frost? You watched
Yes,
Jack
of course
Frost?
I've seen it already. It's got Kristen Stewart in it. Of course I've seen it. So, full disclosure, guys,
No comment.
I did. It's a rewatch. But
I'm about to puke.
no, give me a second. Well, I watched The Lobster this week, and I didn't want to do that because that would make it. We've talked about it 3 times as a last scene.
Time, maybe.
Fourth time, yeah, fourth time actually. So I was like, I can't do it. So my rewatch, in an alternative 1985 America, costumed superheroes are part of everyday life. When one of his former comrades is murdered, masked vigilante Rorschach uncovers a plot to kill and discredit all
That's
past and present
hilarious.
superheroes. I'm jumping on the Zack Snyder train here.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
How does that
As he reconnects with his retired associates, only one of which has true powers, Rorschach glimpses a far-reaching conspiracy involving their shared past and catastrophic future.
You watch Sucker Punch.
I did. 2009's thriller drama Watchmen
Yes.
by Senor
That's
Zachary
insane.
Snyder.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this the first ever crossover of directors on the last scene? Because we've never
Maybe.
both had the same movie.
Possibly.
Wow.
Mark
I
it
know,
on your
'cause-
calendar.
It's baffling.
Yeah. I hadn't seen, I watched this movie when it first came out,
hmm
and I hadn't seen it since then.
I guess I can forgive the
'Cause
rewatch.
In 42 weeks,
One rewatch.
I've changed the way I look at movies now because you guys have forced me to.
Our 42-week training camp.
You guys have
paying off.
kicked me out of my Johnny Depp boat, and I now am forced to watch other cinematic adventures.
I wish I could kick Johnny Depp off the Johnny Depp
You
boat.
leave him in the boat. He is fine where he is.
Okay.
boat's got
you
holes
just
in
said, 65% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Very shocked by
It's
this.
fucked, right?
Like cast great.
Who might that be?
Yeah, Malin Ackerman,
Very well casted.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Jackie Earle Haley, Billy Crudup. I don't know pronouncing that correctly. Mr. Patrick Wilson, Matthew Good, Carla Gugino. Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, how is this only a 65?
Well, it's funny.
The only casting that I was wary about, because I read the comic first, was Matthew Good as Ozymandias.
Yes. Yeah.
That he didn't really look like Ozymandias from the comics.
He's too
at all.
skinny.
Very skinny. Ozymandias is basically
He's a bodybuilder.
yeah, he's a huge
I was
guy.
going to say, that's kind of one popular thing online that's a negative that people use to kind of troll the movie.
But he's the same character.
ruined
He's
Ozymandias.
the same character. He just doesn't physically look like. Which was strange because everyone else looks exactly like their counterparts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's weird. That's a negative thing is people say it's miscast. I don't know in what way.
Just Matthew Good, really. That's
yeah,
it.
is that
Everyone
all?
else is perfect.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. Matthew Good is a good actor.
Yeah, like
It's
his
not his
character, his character is
performance or
fine.
his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
His size.
yeah.
It's the only thing that's
That's
odd.
it. That's it. Because he was doing frame for frame recreations. So why not get someone who looks more like Ozymandias?
Like, if you're going to do, the actual frame by frame, why not get someone who looks like him in frame by frame?
Yeah. That's my only.
Well, Jackie Earle Haley and Billy Crudup are amazing.
Just phenomenal.
Perfect, yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
Patrick
I always
Wilson.
love.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I always
Patrick Wilson
Patrick Wilson.
Perfect.
I didn't
pulled off the dad bod.
I didn't know it was him.
Somehow.
Right? I had
It's
no
tough.
idea it was Patrick Wilson because I've seen him in
The horror movies.
the horror, in Insidious and what's the other one?
Conjuring.
Conjuring. And so that's the only thing I'd seen him in. And so as soon as I saw this, I was like, holy shit.
Looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people, like Malin Ackerman, I've only seen her in a few things recently. I didn't.
much.
Couples retreat.
Oh yeah, Couples Retreat.
Heartbreaking.
Sickening.
No, I was thinking of
The girl from Couples Retreat.
The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
and Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise.
Wow.
So you guys saw why I went back and watched this, right?
I was warming up to you, and now I don't like you again. After
Guys, it was before Up Early, okay? It was
okay.
yeah.
It's forgivable then.
I don't know.
Just
It
phenomenal.
You love it.
I
Phenomenal.
did. Rorschach,
Thank you.
amazing. I don't understand the low rating. I don't get it.
No one does, Ty.
A little
Some of the
long.
other criticisms were how they made it so close, but then they changed the ending completely.
Did they?
I
never read the comic.
Yes, but I like the change they made. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
I do like the change.
It makes more sense than what happened in
Okay.
the comic book.
The comic books, there was a giant
Thematically,
alien squid.
thematically, it's
appears.
the same.
Okay, so it's the same.
Yeah,
kind of
I wouldn't say
outcome.
they fully changed the ending.
No, thematically
Right?
it changes. Yeah, thematically it's
Like
the
story
same.
wise
Yeah.
and everything, yeah.
Okay.
It's the same.
Same result.
Take out the giant blue ball of electricity
Yeah.
and put in a giant squid.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll leave that to...
It was like a massive
to
alien,
you.
a massive alien that looks like a squid, but
Yeah.
like massive, like Godzilla size.
Yeah.
Got transported through a dimension by Manhattan, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
And then, like, when it appeared, it like created a massive explosion, basically,
Wow.
and it like blew up. Like the giant squid like blew up
Yeah, so I'm
and
fine
like
with
killed
that.
everyone.
Wow.
It was like, I mean, that would have been insane
Yeah.
to have in the movie.
So
But
is this like
I'm on the fence about it.
this comic, like what this movie? It's like a certain, like they took like an excerpt from the comic books and then they made that into a movie, or is this
The whole thing.
because like they talk
Because it's a
about
limited series. It's like this thing. It's
okay, because
it's
they
like
talk
an-
about like the old team, right? Like the old, like so did like the old team have like were they
They're in like between
Flashback,
each
like,
like
frames.
comic because it's like a 13-part comic that's been, I think it's more than 13 parts. I actually think about 13.
might be
They put together, but in between each one, there's like excerpts from
news
like
clippings.
yeah, there's like news clippings. Like,
okay? So they don't actually go into
autobiographies.
the old team,
They do some
You
of the
do see some
scenes
flashbacks,
like
yeah.
okay, but nothing huge. Like it was never about them.
The
though.
scenes with
like Sally
the
Jupiter,
comedian-
like rape
Yeah.
scene, like
Yeah.
that was in the comics.
Okay,
like,
well, I can
frame
understand
frame
that.
for frame and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like the Vietnam stuff was in it.
Okay,
That was all, yeah, that was in it.
okay, interesting.
You see a little bit more of like the Hangman and that type of stuff.
Yeah, so I like the old team was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if they went to more.
They were
detail.
very faithful to what you saw in the comics.
Good.
I would read the comic book.
Yeah?
Enjoy the movie.
Okay,
Comic
good.
book's fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, it's
And you're
Graphic
like, wow,
novel.
it's like that scene. Like it's like you'll be reminded.
It's on Time Magazine's like 100 greatest books of all time.
Okay, so that I kind of have to read that then.
fun thing about
Like-
the graphic novel. When the trailer first came out, the hype was so insane. It debuted in front of Dark Knight, the trailer for this in 2008.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trailer was so
Was it
good.
Smashing Pumpkins song?
Yes.
I was like
Yeah,
losing
I remember
my
that.
The
mind.
trailer's amazing.
What was the song? I can't remember, but it's one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
There's also a Muse song in the second trailer. That's also a really good trailer for it.
I remember the Smashing Pumpkins song. I remember seeing that trailer and I thought it was fucking amazing.
Well,
I remember
Barnes-
seeing the ship like rise out of the water and like the
Yes.
Smashing
Yeah.
Pumpkins song is playing. I'm like, like
Kaboom,
losing my mind.
head
Yeah.
explodes.
Yeah, I want to watch it right now. Actually,
But like, yeah. So Barnes and Noble reported that they sold out of the graphic novel like worldwide, and it went to like number one on the bestseller list after that trailer came out.
Jeez.
But interestingly, it didn't translate into box office because this
No.
movie didn't even break even.
What?
$130 million budget, worldwide total gross $108 million.
That's
that's
it?
insane.
Wow.
I remember,
so
but
bad.
I remember like it was yesterday. I saw this movie. It came out in March. I'll never forget it. March 2009. And I was fucking blown away. And I was telling everyone I knew. No one had even heard of it. Like I was in high school at the time. Went
Yeah.
into school telling all my friends in high school. They're like, I have no idea what that is, man. What the fuck is Watchmen?
That's
My
insane.
family. I told like everyone I knew, and no one had heard of it.
How did this movie not break even?
I remember going to the theater opening day and watching it.
And it's credited for single-handedly killing the rated R superhero film until obviously now Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like 7 years later.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But like Gore Verbinski,
Yeah.
your boy,
Love him.
Ty, he was doing a BioShock movie.
Really? Oh, yeah. I
He
remember
wanted it to
that.
be rated R.
Yeah.
The studio exec told him, "Did you see Watchmen? It lost the studio money. We're not doing a rated R fucking."
And I'm assuming that was. I remember
Oh, I
that.
didn't
Was
know
that
that.
dropped afterwards?
Gore Verbinski was going to be doing an R Bioshock movie.
Yes.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Ruthless.
What are you talking about? That would have been amazing.
There's a lot.
I think that would have
There's a
been
better. There's better
the time.
directors who could do it.
Right.
That's
Would
true.
they, though?
But
How do
Like
you not
it's cool that he wanted
Yes.
to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
like Bioshock R?
I
Like,
think
that's
that would have been
amazing.
really cool.
But of course, the studio's like, nope, PG-13, $70 million budget. But he was pushing for rated R, $200 million budget.
200 is really high.
Really high.
Jeez.
But like an underwater type film, like you need a high.
They had
budget.
that. If they had done it at the right time, they had a lot of hype. It would have been like the game had a lot of
Back
hype.
then, yeah.
But he came out and said that like a couple years ago. They literally said, "See what happened to Watchmen? We're not doing."
Is that
this."
why they dropped it? Like, it was.
Because of Watchmen?
Yeah. Shit.
And that killed any hopes for any rated R superhero movie.
So
Wow.
this rating, heavy 4.
Ooh, not a 5.
Not a 5. I don't know what it is.
Ruthless,
Not a
ruthless.
5 to me, but it was just amazing.
Not a 5.
Amazing.
Heavy 4 is respectable.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Most people didn't give it a heavy 4.
Right?
So, yeah. Great.
Sadly, most people didn't
Great.
see it.
Tim? No.
Well,
you
I'm
go
going to
last,
jump in
Scott.
next. Sorry, Tim. You're going to have to wait.
It's okay.
I watched
It's worth it.
it's,
It's not.
it's worth it this week. Oh, no.
Or is it?
I don't know what to think now.
Stay tuned.
A single mother, plagued by the violent death of her husband, battles with her son's fear of a monster lurking in the house, but soon discovers a sinister presence all around her.
Insidious?
Sensor?
Insidious.
Conjuring. This sounds like so many movies.
Patrick
It
Wilson.
does, right?
The
2014, The Babadook.
Oh, you saw the Babadook?
I watched The Babadook.
Never heard of it.
Wow.
Something's,
Is it good?
something's never changed.
Yeah, an Australian film. Is it good? Currently sitting at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that all? God dang.
Yeah, could have been could have been a little bit higher. I don't know. Like it's only 98.
Yeah, 2% away.
Directed by Jennifer Kent, starring Essie Davis and Noah Wiseman.
S.C. Davis. Did we do S.C. Davis? Was S.C. Davis not in...
Legend of the Guardian,
yeah.
Bowels of Go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest with
I'm pretty sure you just read
Essie
it.
Davis. Let me just search that.
Never heard of her.
She is.
There you go. Boom.
That's amazing.
That's what I
Look
said.
at all these tie-ins.
Is mine tying as well?
tie-ins.
We have a 3-way tie-in right now.
Apparently she was in the Matrix Revolutions and Matrix Reloaded too.
Who?
True.
I'm shocked.
True.
Essie Davis.
Who'd she play though?
Shit,
Pronounced.
that's too much to ask.
Okay.
That's too much to ask.
Anyways.
But
Let's
the
get to this
Babadook.
Babadook. I've
The
heard
Babadook.
amazing
And like
things.
I'm not a horror fan,
Right.
so
We always have to
I don't go out of
preface-
my way to watch horror movies. Like I go out of my way to watch like Kurosawa movies. Not
We know.
We noticed.
yeah.
See his letterboxed, folks.
Not like horror movies. But I really liked the Babadook.
Of course you did.
I really did.
Son of a bitch.
It was, and I didn't really know what to expect. Like all I heard was, "Oh, the Babadook. It's like a horror movie, but it's like good or something." Like,
How
but it's
sad
actually
is
good.
that? Like, that's how every conversation about horror movies come up to me. There's this horror movie. Don't wait. Let me finish.
Wait, it's actually good.
It's
I swear.
actually good. I swear they made a good horror movie somehow.
I feel like it is rare. It's like The Witch. Like it doesn't come along.
And look at The Witch.
Maybe once a year. There's a really, really well done horror movie.
The horror community
like-
fucking hates The Witch, so
Like Let Me In or like
it follows.
It Follows.
You're next for me. You guys haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it, so
It's amazing.
can't verify that information. But the Babadook, it's great. I mean, it's hard to talk about horror movies because obviously like there's scares in it, and I think they were done really well. But this one, like it's different from like the slasher like violent like horror, like the shock of that, because it's really about this woman, the mother, whose name is Amelia in the movie, and her son Samuel. It's about their relationship and how she's dealing with the grief of losing her husband, and how there's the Babadook itself is almost like a metaphor for like her grief. Like it's you could take a lot of different things from it. Like you could take it as a standard like horror movie, or I think you could probably read into it a little bit more. Just kind of what I got was that, especially the ending, because like obviously no spoilers, but like I didn't love the ending, but then when I thought more about like the metaphorically what it meant, like I understood why. I'm like, okay, I see what you did there.
So is this one of those things where it's like she could be just kind of losing her mind, or it could be literal, where it's like a supernatural like monster type thing?
Yeah, it's never explained.
Oh, it's my favorite like thing in storytelling in general.
I guess now that I
love
think of
that.
it, it's similar to like a movie like Enemy, for example.
Yeah.
But it doesn't play quite as ambiguous as Enemy is. Like Enemy, it's like very blatant symbolism.
Yeah.
And I guess this is the most blatant symbolism because it doesn't feel like an Enemy movie where it's like it's like symbolism kind of thing. Like it has to be some sort of like deeper meaning. It's weird. It's weird territory
broke my brain.
because on the surface level, it's a horror movie, right?
Right.
Whereas Enemy is just what is it? It's hard to compare those movies. But on the surface, this movie is a horror movie, and if you're a horror fan and you're just looking for like a scare, then you'd get that. But if you wanted to look a little deeper, there's more to it. So it's like the cinephile's horror movie.
Okay.
So
sounds like my cup of tea.
Yeah, not much more to say other than the performances were fantastic. Essie Davis as Amelia was great. The kids. It's always tough to cast a kid like that.
It can ruin your movie.
It can, and I just despise that kid, but in a good way.
Oh,
like his performance was great.
Okay.
In that sense,
You're supposed to not like him.
You're supposed to be like, oh, that fucking annoying kid, just going off again.
Perfect.
But I think he was great. Very young kid, like he was, I guess, 7 years old.
Jeez.
At least the character was, if I remember correctly. But Essie Davis was like really good. Like she left it all on the table in this movie.
I've heard she's amazing.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. This is tough. I'm gonna go 4 to 5. 4 to 5 reels.
It's like a 7 for a horror movie. The scale's totally different, right?
Yeah. It's hard because like I wasn't necessarily scared by it. Like there was some like scary moments, but like
I always feel that way about a horror movie.
It can never really scare me. Like I don't know. I'm not.
Especially like supernatural ones.
And do you rate it higher if it does really scare you? Even though it might not be necessarily the best movie? That's what I struggle with. I'm like, is this a good movie? Or did it like really, really scare me to my core, and therefore does that mean it should get a higher rating? Something like Paranormal Activity, the first one, scared me. Like I was very scared by it. But like, should that make it like a 4 out of 5?
I think so, yeah. I think it's
I guess the intent was to scare me, so if that works,
succeeded.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to quantify.
Yeah. And
put into like numbers.
Right.
But I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4 to 5 reels for the Babadook.
All right.
The Babadook.
Babadookie.
Tim, over to you. What do you got for us this week? Last scene.
Mine does tie in.
Holy shit.
No way.
If you let me, last scene, 25 minutes of a movie.
We will not.
Okay. I watched 25 minutes of Midnight Special with Joel Edgerton. But I'll talk about a different movie.
Please, I'll pretend I never heard edit that out.
Sickening.
I didn't watch a new movie this week, so this is from a couple weeks ago. Got this for Christmas on Blu-ray, because it looked interesting. I just got around to watching it. This is 2014 Automata. Written by...
Oh! Is this with Antonio Banderas? Sorry.
Yes, it is.
I was hyped for this.
Gabe Ibanez, Igor Legrita, and Javier Sanchez Donate wrote it, and is directed by Gabe Ibanez. An insurance agent for a robotics company who investigates cases where robots have broken their primary coding discovers a secret that will change how he sees the world.
So like iRobot, basically?
Basically iRobot.
But hopefully good.
Starring
Will Smith.
Antonio Banderas.
Damn. Will Smith.
Dylan McDermott. Melanie Griffith. Birgit Hoyot Sorensen. She's Danish or something. Norway.
Right.
Robert Forster.
What?
And Javier Bardem voices Blue Robot.
Blue Robot number 3.
Just Blue Robot.
Now, Tim.
Yes.
Please tell me this is good. So I saw the trailer, I was hype, and then it's one of those movies that I didn't even remember.
Got hyped and forgotten about
until right now. Like, did it come out? I don't even know.
I remember seeing something about this movie and then forgetting.
Okay, Tim, you seem...
This movie is interesting.
Hesitant.
Okay. When did it come out again, sorry?
2014.
Okay, so fairly recent.
Effects are really good. Like, the robots legit look like real robots. It's pretty insane.
That's good.
Storyline is okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff that happens like later on that's really good, but there's like pretty much like this. It's like a dystopian-ish world So,
near
like,
future.
near future. So like the setting isn't. Tyler's really distracting me with some selfies.
You know what?
I swear it's
now
podcast
is not the
related.
time.
I swear
for
it's podcast
selfies.
related. I swear to God.
Ty, can you
I'm talking
kill-
to Adam and Scott here about movies, and Tyler's just in the corner of my eye, like hand out, phone,
Taking
like reflecting
selfies
light
like
in my
a-
face.
Can you kill yourself?
Okay, I'm good. Continue.
Um,
As you were.
it's interesting. Let's put it that way. It's an interesting movie. It's probably worth watching.
Well,
Um,
on to the review of the week then, I guess.
it's not like overly original. I think is what it suffers
Like
from.
the
most.
synopsis was like it sounds derivative of
Yeah.
other things. So
Do you think,
the
let me
get-go.
ask you this, do you think you may have enjoyed it more had Ex Machina not come out?
100%.
Like,
yes.
if you had seen this
Ah.
first, even?
It's different because these robots look like robots.
Okay, so
They're not human looking
there's
at
no
all.
human face?
No. They're like,
type of thing?
they look like Chappie, basically.
yeah, they're like, yeah,
Like,
yeah, they look
oh,
like Chappie.
Chappie.
Pure robots.
We don't say that word on this.
Pure robots. It's
Like it doesn't have, they don't have faces, do they?
I feel like,
Like-
iRobot?
Like eyeballs, mouth, nose.
they have like kind of like blue light, but, no, but they're not like human skinned at all. They're complete like metal.
yeah,
looking.
yeah.
Humanoid.
Okay.
Automata.
I feel like
Fuck
Ex
my-
Machina like stole this movie's thunder. I know they're not like literally the same, but
Ex Machina came out a year after.
Get wrecked.
yeah,
But,
but
yes,
no one I know has seen this movie
it's,
until right now.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my point.
it's interesting. It's interesting.
There's some like
I
interesting
can see the
twists or interesting like story or
I
interesting
want this to be good.
I
characterization.
don't know. It's just I'm a soft spot for sci-fi, so I liked it in that sense. But
Oh, he's scared to admit he liked it. Are you scared?
I did like it. Like I'm giving it a probably 3.
I've never heard you this hesitant.
I know. I don't know what to think.
I'm giving it a.
I'm giving it a 3.
I think.
I'm giving it a 3.
He thinks a 3. Okay.
Some like the set design's not the best.
Like is it
It
seem
feels
like a
low budget at times
Yeah.
because I think they spent most of the budget on making the robots look as good as they did.
How was Mr. Puss in Boots himself?
He was not great. Put it that way.
That's my big worry.
It's pretty rough.
Now it's
Antonio
confirmed.
Banderas.
Not seeing it.
Not known as the thespian.
So I'll just watch Ex Machina
Yeah, just watch Ex Machina again.
again.
It brings up like the same themes about like what makes you like
human,
human
basically.
because these robots are like essentially he discovers that they do have feelings and that type of thing happens. right?
Whoa! Spoiler, man.
Or does he?
Ooh.
Who knows?
I feel
That's
like
me backtracking.
I feel like that's a problem though. Sometimes in these lower budget sci-fi films, is they allocate a large amount of their budget for one thing, and then the rest of it, like the sets and like backgrounds and other CG that you see in bigger budget like sci-fi films, where they can focus on everything and do everything well or at the same
Yeah.
level. Like for example, in Ex Machina, like yes, they did. I'm forgetting her name now, but.
Alicia Vikander?
Yeah, Alicia Vikander's character. They did her fantastic, but everything else, the stuff that you don't really notice, like the landscape, like some of the shots of the house, and other CG shots that you don't notice.
Listen, I'd say you did notice them, but it wasn't anything spectacular. It was just just really well shot.
If you look at the like making of and see the special effects, there's a lot of stuff that like compositing that happens.
Yeah.
With like exterior shots and stuff like that, you just wouldn't even notice.
Hence why it won Best Visual Effects.
Yeah, like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But like with other lower budget films, like they can only allocate so much.
Yeah.
So like certain things that you don't notice in bigger budget ones that look great in the background, stuff you don't notice. You notice those things sometimes in low budget when you're like, oh, they didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
just a
let's
random
say
street. in the
That
background.
movie that came out a couple years ago that I own, Lockout, with Guy Pearce.
Sounds low budget.
Oh yeah, it's low budget. Most of it looks like pretty decent, but you could tell they spent most of their money on the rest of the movie because there's a motorcycle chase that looks disgusting, like video game bad. Like
Oh,
They're like,
fuck.
shit,
scenes
guys,
from
we
a
need to
video-
throw in
yeah.
a motorcycle chase.
Yeah.
Like, it's a reshoot. Like, let's
Yeah.
just get on a motorcycle and
it's brutal looking.
shit.
Grab-
That can happen.
Grab whatever
gross.
cameras are left. Let's do this quickly.
Disgusting. Like you said.
That's it. If you guys have a free time, watch it out. I have it in Blu-ray, so you can borrow it if you want.
Automata?
Yeah.
I'm in. I might even snag Lockout. We'll see.
Not worth your time.
All right. Well, let's move on then into our review of the week, and that is The Huntsman, Winter's War, starring Chris Hemsworth, Charlize Theron, Emily Blunt, Jessica Chastain. Is a sequel to 2011's Snow White and the Huntsman. Is that right? 2011?
Yeah.
Starring Chris Hemsworth, Charlize Theron, and
Kristen Stewart.
Tim, you got a little Timnopsis for us this week?
There's not in this movie.
No, he's talking about
I'm talking about
the first one.
The
First one?
original, yeah.
I haven't seen the first one.
No. Do you have a synopsis for this one?
No, I don't.
So basically, it is a sequel. Chris Hemsworth plays the Huntsman. Charlize Theron is the evil queen, Ravenna. And Emily Blunt plays Freya, her sister. And essentially, Freya is...
Elsa?
Yes, Elsa.
Yeah.
Theron is...
You're doing great.
I don't know. She's evil. Is that good enough?
Let it go.
Yeah. It's a sequel. What else can I say?
Don't let the trailers fool you when they tell you that this takes place before Snow White.
First 20 minutes?
Not even 20 minutes. First 15 minutes is a prequel, maybe?
And then
the rest of it is like
7 years
7
later.
years later,
Yeah,
we're doing a sequel.
My mind is the wheels are turning. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this movie exactly.
Well, first of all, the trailer is a complete lie. It makes you think that the entire thing is just complete prequel.
Okay, here we go. Betrayed by her evil sister, Ravenna, heartbroken Freya retreats to a northern kingdom to raise an army of huntsmen as her protectors. Gifted with the ability to freeze her enemies in ice, Freya teaches her young soldiers to never fall in love. When Eric and fellow warrior Sarah defy this rule, the angry queen does whatever she can to stop them. As war between the siblings escalates, Eric and Sarah unite with Freya to end Ravenna's wicked reign.
Well, that's not even accurate at all.
Yeah, it's not. The last part was not accurate.
No.
They did not unite.
No.
That was a lie.
Ravenna did not have a reign going on. She was already defeated because this is a sequel to that movie where she got defeated.
Yeah, really, Sarah
Also,
and Eric...
Freya's the bad guy.
United to fight Freya and Ravenna. Well, we'll get into that maybe later. But, yeah. So, guys, I will say, directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan, who I believe was the second unit director of Snow White and the Huntsman. And
Good sign. Good sign.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't have Case Stew and the director on the same set
supervisor.
together.
Let me double check that.
There was a whole thing there, so they weren't allowed on the same set.
Yeah, but guys, I want to get your opinions though. What do we think of Snow White and the Huntsman? You know what? Let's start with Tyler.
Well, I'll let you guys know. I saw this movie by myself. I went to a movie by myself for the first time.
So did I.
And actually,
not my first time.
It wasn't that well. See, here's the difference. You go to movies in Toronto where it's just cinephiles sitting by themselves. With me, it was just couples and me. It was like maybe 3 or 4 couples and myself. Movie was over. I'm like, do I just get up and leave now? Do I have to wait for someone or no? I can just leave now, I guess, right? It was super uncomfortable to set in the mood for that. Wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It was not terrible.
High praise.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was an
glowing
average movie. Like, it's not something that I'd go and watch again. It wasn't shit, but it wasn't anything memorable.
On a scale of fan 4 stick to pan.
Where does it fall?
That's a pretty low bar there.
So very bad to absolute shit.
Yeah.
So Tim doesn't like it.
It was
I was
like
asking.
It was like I'd say it was
I already gave this a 7
out of 100.
So we're gonna talk about that. It was just average. Nothing special about the camera work. Nothing special about the cinematography. The storyline was okay. The accents were very distracting. I'll say that. Like I was like, it took me right out of like I was thinking, did Chris Hemsworth talk like this in the first one? Like, I didn't remember that. So that took me out of it for a lot of the movie. Yeah. So meh.
I'm gonna piggyback on what one thing you mentioned there. I first of all, I just want to mention, like, I dislike this movie.
Okay.
Savage.
But how you said, like, you mentioned the plot, and, like, it's something, you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And, yeah, it just felt like I've seen this before, and it's been done better.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I watching this? Like, that's how I felt the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never really cracked a smile, never laughed once. I never cared about the characters.
Okay, sorry. I laughed once, and it was super weird to laugh by yourself in a theater when no one else laughs.
Do tell.
No, I'll should I go into a spoiler? It's not a huge spoiler scene. It's not.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so one scene where all the dwarves and the two of them get caught in the net, and like they say they're looking for a mirror, and she's like, "Nope, haven't seen a mirror." And one of the dwarves was like, "Yeah, we can tell," and I laughed, and no one else in the theater laughed. And so I couldn't even play it off. Like,
were
look
you
at
in our theater? Because I think one person laughed in our theater.
I was like, I couldn't even play it off. Like, look at the guy beside me. Like, dude, that's not funny. There was no one there.
Oh.
I was all by myself. So I laughed at that. I thought that was
There's
really
no
funny.
censor there.
I love
Yeah,
that
I was like, and like no one else laughed.
you hypothetically would have been like, dude, that's not funny.
Yeah,
To the guy
I
beside
would have
you.
been like, I looked over and it was just me.
That's funny, man.
I was watching The Huntsman by myself.
And yeah, those like faux Scottish accents just made me sick.
Really, like it was.
Like,
I felt like they were
In and out.
really forced, like really overdone.
It never felt natural.
No.
It didn't sound right. Like, it was obvious.
Yeah.
Like, a well done accent is something where you literally don't notice. You're like, wow, I didn't realize.
It's subtle.
they were-
This was not subtle.
Yeah.
They beat you over the head with this.
Yeah, it was like too obvious.
I thought you were dead all this time. Like it was like super weird.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
You could have been in the movie with that.
I could
accent.
have. Yeah.
You're more Scottish than.
But one thing,
anyone
for
in the
example,
fucking
like
movie.
the bartender was Tim, and you enlightened us earlier that it was the lead actor from The Witch. He was also in Game of Thrones. I forget his name, but his accent was like, oh, that's a spot on accent.
That's an accent.
Because he's from that
Yeah.
location. And then, because you can just tell, like, instantly, right away, like, that's real. That's
Plus, like, Chris
legitimate.
Hemsworth's like tone even changed. Like, there's one scene where his voice is like super deep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then next scene, like for like the rest of the movie, it's like back to like his normal like tone, but his accent is going from like his Australian accent to like his Thor accent, then to this weird Scottish one.
Scottish, like, melding. Yeah. I mean, the acting was pretty, like, blah.
Yeah, like it
mean-
wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything great.
I thought Emily Blunt was good.
Yes, I liked her.
She was fine.
I don't think she
from
was
having-
given much to work with. to be
Yes,
honest.
yeah, having like suffering from like poor dialogue and shit. But
Maybe that's the main problem with this movie is the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, visually, like, interesting ideas, like...
I like the goblin design. How like the goblin was like they're like gorillas.
That's pretty cool.
with like
Yeah.
gold. Like it was interesting.
I was thrown off by that because they said the goblins were like the best thieves in the world, and they like this giant black ape thing. It was just like, what? How is that
Really loud.
Yeah, like, how do you not see this coming?
That's true.
True. Fuck it.
That really, that, like,
I'm
I was
back
like, wait a minute, how are they stealing all this stuff? Like,
Tim's out.
Brute force, I guess.
yeah, like they kill them and then steal it.
The
Yeah.
best thieves in the world.
Tim, what are your thoughts?
I did not enjoy this movie.
No?
Did not like this movie either.
Mhm.
Savage.
It's just like so blah. That's
Alright,
it. It's just
you heard it
so
here.
blah. Like it's just
It's a direct quote from Tim.
there's like nothing
Blech.
to it at all.
Yeah.
Like there's so much like explanation. Like I'm just gonna ruin stuff for people like right now.
No.
Look
When he
out,
gets
folks.
shot with the arrow,
No, stop it. Please.
We do have a spoiler
Please.
section.
We have a spoiler section. Let's hold on to it.
for
fair.
all those people that are
We'll
gonna.
hold off.
We have listeners. Come
We'll
on.
keep it short.
okay.
We have literally tens of listeners, so can we please?
But literally everything I called like
Oh,
before
yeah.
happened. I was
It
like,
was-
that's gonna happen.
it was predictable.
That's gonna happen.
It just felt, just derivative. Like, it's so derivative to the point where there were no surprises at all.
Yeah.
And like the two dwarves who were supposed to be comedic relief, I guess, were just terrible. I don't know if it's just like not edited properly and like the timing was just off on all their jokes, but did not even
The
crack.
two
a smile.
male dwarfs, the two female dwarfs, or does it matter?
Nick
Two male
Frost
dwarves.
and the guy.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
liked
the
Nick
dwarves
Frost.
were okay.
I didn't mind Nick Frost. I didn't think he was like amazing, but I didn't think he was. He didn't ruin anything for me.
Didn't care. I'm ambivalent
Yeah.
to the subject.
Okay.
Adam, what's your
The
opinion?
worst reaction
Yeah.
a filmmaker can aspire
Meh.
to get. I don't care. Yeah, just Tim said it best when he said blah. Just fucking.
It's a good word.
Just don't care, man. I guess it's not the worst movie I've ever seen, Ty, but it may as well be. It's
Okay.
just blah.
Waste of talent, I feel. Like,
I mean, I can't say there's I can't say there's no positives. Like I was impressed by the visual effects.
Yeah.
At times, I liked all the freezing effects, and like when she was shooting those like ice walls and stuff, I thought
Yeah.
that looked good. I really liked how the first goblin looked.
Mm-hmm.
When it was like sniffing them and like
Yeah.
got those close-ups, it looked pretty real. And the designs visually, like the actual concepts, like looked cool.
I looked at. He was
That's
the
it.
second. The director was the second unit director on Snow White and the Huntsman, and also
Okay.
the visual effects supervisor, which I think might have even been nominated for an
Ah.
Oscar.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
that shows because there's definitely a focus on the visual effects.
And he was the second unit director on Maleficent.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
you
Well,
can kind of see the influence there.
I also like performance-wise, I actually liked Emily Blunt. Like she's amazing, not amazing in this movie, but she's amazing as an actress to pull off even a decent performance
Very talented.
to have nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Like in this movie, like I thought she was actually good. Like she
Yeah.
kept it afloat. Like I would have wanted to watch her out of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the one I cared the most about.
Yeah. Not that I cared.
Yeah.
But I cared the most.
I feel like the only reason I found her character bearable was because it was Emily Blunt. Like, her actual
Well,
characterization, like what her character was doing, was stupid to me. Like-
That's fair, yeah.
Like, to go to such extremes, like, I just didn't understand her character, like, why.
Well, did you watch Frozen?
Stupid. Yes.
Okay, so like you kind of get it's kind of like the same kind of thing, right? You know, Frozen Heart kind of it's really just a live action Frozen.
That's
Yes.
the thing. It's just lazy. It's like I
what
don't.
Ashley said.
Why?
Yeah.
It's not different. Like
Yeah.
I get it. She like her child died.
Very money grabby.
Oh God. Now her heart's cold.
Yeah.
No one can love.
No.
Oh my God. It's
I'm not
just,
gonna lie, I connected a lot with Emily Blunt in this movie.
Scott, you alluded to the script maybe being bad earlier.
yeah.
Would you like to know who wrote this?
Yes,
movie?
please.
Two people. One, his
Aaron
writing.
Sorkin.
Yes.
Max Landis.
Spain's that fast-paced dialogue.
I was gonna say some of the worst one-liners I've ever seen, like the "I never miss." I'm like, what? Like that's what you came up with? I never miss? Are you fucking kidding? Anyway, writer of
Tied
the
in
Jungle
later.
Book 2, the animated one, 2003,
Mm.
the one you guys haven't seen. 2014's
was a movie?
the Rock's Hercules.
Oh shit.
Never saw.
Yeah, shit is right.
Oh.
And then the other writer, get ready for this, boys.
It's worse.
It's Rocket Man with Harlan Williams. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Not the Rocketeer.
Okay, never mind.
No, Ty, don't even try it.
Sorry.
Scary Movie 3, Scary Movie 4, superhero movie,
Oh God.
The Hangover 2, The Hangover 3,
No.
and Huntsman Winter's War.
So when they're looking to make bad sequels, call this guy.
We need the master.
We got the man.
If you need a bad sequel written, this is your guy.
That's the
Yeah.
King of disappointing sequels.
Sorry, everyone. but
Not a
that's
single
horrifying.
good movie in that batch.
Not even a fit. It's like, oh, he wrote this. I could see how he could maybe write something in the Huntsman world.
Like, why?
Oh, he wrote fucking Scary Movie. I can see how he would write a
Did he,
good
like,
Huntsman.
Forge his resume.
Boom. Like, why?
Like imagine like someone like a director from like Game of Thrones who did like a couple
Right.
Game of Thrones episodes like is going to do another like medieval like
Something like
movie
that.
has similar
or a writer
themes.
of Game of Thrones, like episodes or something.
yeah,
Anything.
it's just something somewhat relatable, like you can understand. But then it just seems like a studio thing. The writers
Whole
feel
movie.
like studio like trolls that they hire.
No
And,
offense, of course. You
studio
fucking
goblins, I guess.
Cellar goblin.
Um,
Call Call some goblins up from the writing room. You
Right?
there. Me?
You done
I
a couple
wrote-
sequels. You're good, right?
I wrote Scary Movie 3 and 4. You're in.
The ones that people love.
That's the thing.
fuck.
Like, that guy's not the sole writer on Scary Movie 3, is
No,
he?
it's a whole team.
I don't know.
Like, it's got to
I
be
don't
like some
wanna
Wayans
know.
in there and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to hear from this guy again. I don't want to hear it. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's writing Wanted 2 also, Ty, so get hyped.
Oh God.
Why do you just assume that I'm hype about that? Like, I am, obviously.
I know you.
But, like,
I know you.
Why just assume that?
I do want to mention though, like I did like Jessica Chastain. Like, I thought she was like.
You mean the redhead archer from Brave? Thank you.
It's tough. Like, these actresses are like the three of the like biggest actresses.
We talking about
today.
that? Yeah.
I was going to say, such a waste. This is like
I
the
said
coming
wasted talent
together.
earlier.
Yeah.
Charlize
coming
Theron,
together of
Emily
those-
Blunt, Jessica Chastain. It's like
the three biggest actresses on
Chris
Earth right
Hemsworth.
they're
now.
like Mount Rushmore of like current like actresses that are like just killing it right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They failed.
I thought Charlize was borderline terrible.
Again, but like you gotta kind of like chalk it up to her parts, though. Right? Like, what did she have to work with?
Yeah.
There's
But
potential for these
Anyone would look
characters.
stupid
Terrible.
doing that.
Well, Emily Blunt wasn't terrible. She didn't have anything to work with, right?
No, I feel like
I'm on
she
the
has
fence
more.
about her. I don't feel as highly of her as
Emily
you.
Blunt?
Yeah.
I thought she was good.
I thought she definitely carried the movie for me.
Like, she was the best part.
Maybe
of
it's
the movie.
just her character itself that's.
I think the movie just left a bad taste in your mouth. I think that's what's kind of.
Yeah.
You don't want to admit that she's
It
okay.
left some a
because
little
then
bit
that
of
means-
like black like goo,
Yeah.
like tar in my mouth.
Jessica Chastain, that accent, like, I don't understand why.
Accents aside,
Where did they get the Scottish accent idea? Is this in Scotland? Did this take place in
No
Scotland?
idea where this took place.
I'm assuming so.
Why Scottish accents? Or why not get Scottish actresses and actors? I just don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't think it's Scotland, but how would you know? I guess it has to be because
Because the
they go up
accents?
north and there's like ice up there, and it's like I guess that's northern Scotland now.
Who knows?
There's also a polar bear up there, so I'm not really sure if
Hemsworth,
that's accurate or not.
awful accent.
Also, Frozen is supposed to be set in like Norway, but they speak English, so it's like, how do you know where that is? So
I liked the turtle with the moss on his back. That looked pretty cool.
The snake with the moss on his
Snake.
back is pretty cool
There's a
too.
turtle as well.
Yeah.
I didn't see the turtle.
Oh yeah,
I like
because he had so much moss that he like blended in.
Damn.
Sick looking.
That was a sweet looking turtle.
That's the
see again,
takeaway.
some of the
And that's what we're getting
Some of the
from
effects
this.
are good. I wish there was more to the mirror. Like, I never saw the first one.
Oh.
Like
Me
that
neither.
mirror, like that badass mirror.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, I like the
Again, you
design
can kind of
that.
tell that that's where a lot of the budget went to, was that gold liquid effect.
Looks
So it looked
great.
pretty solid.
Like, that looked cool. Like, I want to see like a gold mirror, like,
Fight.
yeah, just like summon a sword out of its like
This is the
goldness and
thing.
like attack someone.
Do you know how like Hemsworth found that gold arrow?
Mm.
I thought the mirror was like killing people. That's what I thought the movie
Sure.
was going to be.
That would have been cool.
Like that
There's
thing
so
was
much
coming out of the
potential.
mirror and like killing all the people. That was. I thought it'd be like the ring from Lord of the Rings, and he's like trying to get back to.
Well, I feel like the mirror was more of a
Why
projection.
don't you
just
write
made
this
a better
movie? What
movie
the
right
I was
hell?
there.
gonna say, why don't they hire you next time?
No.
Well, I guess you haven't written a superhero movie, not a superhero movie. Like, you haven't written the movie called Superhero Movie, the piece of shit spoof.
Schlock.
I did write Fantastic Four.
Oh well,
I feel like if you
I'm
had gone
sorry.
in there with like a blank resume and handed it in, they'd be like, "Well, this guy's done all this crap. This guy's done nothing."
what's better?
Huh? Like they start weighing it out.
Whoever does it for free.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
This guy's done shitty sequels. But this guy's got nothing to his
Oh,
name.
I also have to mention, Simon Pegg's buddy. What's his name?
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost, and the other guy, wasn't he a Hobbit in the Hobbit?
No, he's
No?
Rob from. Do you know that travel thing?
Yeah.
With
Oh
Bill
my
Peter?
God.
Yeah, that's him.
That's
The what?
him.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
The trip.
The trip.
The trip. Yeah.
just didn't even crack a smile once.
No.
Audience in our whole audience in our theater was crickets.
Yeah.
The entire time,
painful.
just painfully cringe-inducing. So
Yeah. I kind of least there's
Like-
there's one word I have to describe this movie for me, and that's just boring.
that's a perfect
See, I wasn't
Yeah.
bored. That's the thing.
I was
I,
bored.
I didn't
I was
find it.
bored.
I didn't find
To
it boring.
tears.
I just didn't find it impressive.
I was checking.
Not engaging. It wasn't engaging in any way. I just didn't care.
A good like telling thing is I was checking the time on my phone like every 20 minutes. Like, get me out of here. Like, just bored. Just please make
There's
it
this
end.
kid that was squeaking his chair next to me. I
That was
didn't
me.
care.
It was drowning out the noise.
Wow.
That's telling.
Well, do you
didn't
want to give
even
our
care.
ratings and then maybe with some spoiler things to mention?
I'll start off if you don't mind.
Yeah.
5 for me.
The old Switty smokescreen.
Yeah. Light 2. I'm gonna go light 2 for dem effects and dat Emily Blunt though.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I can see a light 2.
I'm gonna go heavy 1 out of 5.
Fucking
Wow.
ruthless. Okay. Moving on.
I'm gonna go light 2 as well.
Thanks, Tim.
Pretty much the
Appreciate
same reasons.
Jeez, me and Tim on the
Plus
same
that turtle.
Plus
Hey.
that turtle, though.
You know what? 5.
That moss-covered turtle. Though.
Yeah. For the second it was on screen. I'm going to give this a 2.
Okay. 2 out of 5. Let's move on into spoilers then. Anything we want to mention? Tim,
Yes.
you were going to mention something earlier?
The big problem is there's so much like explanation in this film. Where like
Exposition.
exposition, he gets shot with the arrow. Clearly, it's gonna hit the medallion that he's still wearing, and then I think he says like 3 times, "She never misses." I'm like,
She never met.
we get it.
Stop beating us over the head with this point.
If this was a smarter movie, you would
Yeah.
have to be telling us this. Be like, as soon as she was like shot the arrow before he even hit him, I was like, it's gonna hit his medallion. He's gonna be fine. And then it did. And then
That
he
part was very predictable.
explained it
Yeah.
several times.
They had to like explain it, and it's like,
How many people did they kill and bring back in this movie? 3? Like, how many times was someone killed and brought back? Jessica Chastain, Charlize Theron, Chris Hemsworth, twice.
Apparently, she's mentioned in the first movie.
Jessica Chastain?
Yeah,
Her character?
not by
Vague-
name.
vaguely,
They're
What do
like,
you mean?
they mentioned that he has like a wife
He had
who's
a wife.
died.
Yeah. They really don't get into it. It's like just
Wow,
like a
I'll have to
question.
make
Good
sure
on them for watching the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll make sure not to go and watch that.
wow. Yeah,
Right, though? Like, he gets burned when he's with the tar goblins,
Yeah,
and then he, like, appears climbing the
Wow,
mountain.
yeah.
Remember?
That.
And then he gets shot with
I really-
the arrow, and he...
Somehow he
She
cleared
never misses.
the boiling valley of gold. Like somehow like that. Like he was able to get over there without the bridge. That really bugged me.
That scene, just, yeah, I'm with you. It bugged the
Yeah.
hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because in one shot, you can see him fighting, completely surrounded and being overtaken
By
by
the goblins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like being like
Like, yeah.
surrounded like this.
She waits like 8 seconds too to shoot.
And then she like shoots or whatever, and then they like blow
Burn.
up, and I'm like, okay, so he's like being cooked right now in a mountain of like molten, like he's
Of course.
he's fucking dead.
He's burned alive.
And then he's like, ugh, I just pulling up the clip. I'm like, what?
He's got like a bit of soot on his shirt. Like that.
Are you
that's
kidding
really
me?
it.
He was
Yeah.
underneath that pile of goblins.
He wasn't even burned. Like there was nothing.
It made no sense at all.
You know what
The
he should have done
physics didn't even make sense.
was run across the bridge, and when all the goblins are confined in a small spot, blow them up.
And he's running in
Then-
slow-mo.
And then they
like-
fall into the
Then projecting
And he
him with
falls
the
into the
explosion.
gold like Smeagol.
like, yeah.
One of those little fairies falls into the gold. Like,
Wow. I just want to. Can we mention those fairies?
terrifying.
Shite.
What the hell were
It
those
looked
things?
horrible.
I was scared of them. They're
These little like
creepy.
wood imps.
They weren't even
Oh.
imps, man. They're little fucking aliens. Like they were
Little Smeagol's.
They
Little
look
Smeagol's.
horrible. I saw them. I'm like, that's like, what year is this? That looks horrible.
Yeah. You
Like-
can tell, like, the budget was spent on the gold people and the
Yeah.
goblin.
Yeah.
The gold thing and the goblin. Then they had to cut it on, like, the imps or whatever, right?
Yeah. I don't know, like the fake out of like Sarah getting stabbed. I'm like,
so many fake outs.
I'm like, okay, she's not dead. How is this gonna?
I
Not
didn't-
dead because
Sorry.
we saw the trailer, and
Sarah?
there's obviously
The wife.
scenes that she hadn't had yet.
Yeah, I thought it was a bait and switch. I'm like, holy shit, did they just kill off Chastain, like, right away?
See that I believe.
I knew right away. No,
I didn't
know.
Yeah.
Like because I knew his wife. I knew his wife like was dead. Like from the first one. Like she was dead. So I assumed when I saw her die, I was like, okay, so
You knew his wife was dead from the first one?
yeah.
Really?
Like
You
from
noticed that?
Yeah, like
Wow.
did you see the first one?
No.
Okay, so
Don't be ridiculous.
no, of course not. So
Who
you,
would
like
see that?
I knew she was dead. Like they didn't go into detail, but they pretty much beat around the bush with like it was there. Like she was dead, and so I saw her die in this one. I was like, okay, so I guess that's it. So I had no idea.
Well, it's because of that weird device of prequel
Yeah,
narration,
pre-sequel, like
and then Snow White and the Huntsman happens 7 years later during that period, and then it's like a sequel. Surprise! She's alive.
yeah.
Now,
It's lazy.
not having seen the first one, I thought this whole thing was a prequel. When they, at the beginning, when Liam Neeson, was that Liam Neeson?
It was Liam Neeson.
He's like,
Was it?
It was
"Long
Liam Neeson
before."
narrating.
The trailers led it to believe that the whole thing was a prequel.
Yeah,
Right. I'm like,
And
okay,
like
so
the
it's a
trailer
prequel.
showed that Emily Blunt had a daughter that was going to be more beautiful than Charlize Theron.
Right, and so you,
And that's why she went off the baby. And
I
then
got toasted.
got roasted.
I kind of
And then the trailer, the trailer like made it appear like there's gonna be a war between the two sisters.
Yeah,
But
they
it
sold a
wasn't.
totally different movie.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah,
thought it was
that's
going to be
right.
like Charlize Theron versus Emily Blunt, and that was going to be the movie.
Yeah.
And there's like little Chris Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
For a movie called Huntsman
Yeah. Well, technically, the Huntsman is
in the trailer.
Technically, the Huntsman is like Emily Blunt's army. Those are the Huntsmen.
It's not like he is the Huntsman.
He was the Huntsman because
One of?
he was the only one during the Snow White movie. He was the Huntsman,
Oh,
and this one, the Huntsman, is her army.
I see now. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
Not
fascinating. Very interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
I care.
How do I-
Fascinating
why do I
just
even
to
explain
learn
these
about
things?
the first movie,
Yeah.
not the actual subject itself.
I was very upset that Kristen Stewart was not in this too. Like, you see, like the back of this actress's head, who is clearly not Kristen Stewart. I'll say that right now. Yeah.
Right.
Well, after the
Whatever
fiasco,
you say.
I like that because Kristen Stewart's actually seems to be doing she's picking better projects now.
Yeah, she knew not to do this. How did Emily Blunt not know to not do this?
Well, who was it that I
Baffling.
mentioned earlier that
Jessica Chastain
or Chastain? Sorry.
was she had to do it.
Obliged.
Why?
Obliged to do it for a contract with Universal.
They can do
How's-
that. They can just activate her and be like, "Sorry, Chastain."
Well, they probably went
You're
to
in?
this. They said like, if you want to do this movie, we want you
Yeah,
to
You're
star
gonna
in
do
this
this?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, she had a contract with Crimson Peak.
So essentially blackmailed.
So in order to do Crimson Peak, she had to
Probably,
do
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's like back in like the early Hollywood days, like studios owned actors, so you can only make movies for like certain studios.
Mm-hmm.
That's changed, but
Shitty.
That's still
One for
Makes you wonder.
one for them.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder.
I kind of want to see more of like more of the actual mirror because like in this like Charlize Theron becomes the mirror, right? So I want to know
Basically,
like
yeah.
she's the new projection of the mirror. I kind of was intrigued by that. I wanted to know more of like what the mirror can do, but like the
they
movie.
go into what the inside of the mirror looks like and shit.
Well, not even that. Like
Man,
even
I
just
can
like
write such movies.
yeah.
Ugh.
Seriously.
Like the power of the mirror. Like this movie was essentially all about the mirror, and they touched on it very little.
Yeah, like I still don't know what the mirror does.
Exactly.
It looks cool. I know that.
And for a mirror, very like not very reflective. I think it was very shit. Actually, it's a very shitty mirror.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It didn't do
Like
its
there's one
job.
small spot, and you always look gold. It's weird.
Yeah, you got this
Yeah.
weird like tinge to you, like
Yeah,
gold tinge.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
shite.
Absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else you guys want to mention before we move
I'll
on?
mention, Ty, I don't think you're going to get a third one there, bud. Because it made $43 million this weekend, and it cost $115. So, it's not
Get wrecked.
it's not looking so good.
There goes
Yeah.
my dreams of having
I'm
Max
actually surprised
Landis
they
to
made
a
that
third.
much money.
Like,
Yeah,
Shocked.
yeah, 43 is a chunk of change. But when it cost 115.
Yeah, not a good return on your money there. All right, I think with that then we'll move on into our news topics of the week. And this week we got a bunch of trailers like I mentioned earlier. So we're going to start it off this week with The Magnificent Seven. Trailer directed by Antoine Fuqua, starring Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, Peter Sarsgaard. among others. There's a couple other in that Magnificent Seven, but this movie is a remake of a classic film that came out in, I believe, the 60s? Could be wrong. Maybe it's earlier,
you're right.
50s?
Late 50s, early 60s, I believe.
Yeah, in that era. Which itself is a remake of the classic Akira Kurosawa film Seven Samurai. I had to put that plug in there.
Get that plug in.
Yes. So, guys, what do we think of the Magnificent Seven trailer? Will it live up to those classics or not?
No.
Tim?
No, it won't. But I do love me some Ethan Hawke, so I'm excited.
You love the one shot of Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, he's gonna be fantastic in this movie. Oscar-worthy.
Obviously.
What?
Oscar-worthy. All right.
What?
You have a problem with the Hawk, as I like to call him,
No one has ever called him that.
because he eyes the best roles.
Bang, Hawkeye.
Well,
Got it?
Tyler,
Dot,
what are your
Okay,
thoughts?
let's move on.
I never saw the original. Surprise. This I thought looked really good.
I know you did.
I'm super excited for this movie.
I know you did.
Oh.
It has the Guy Ritchie flair, doesn't it?
Okay.
It has more of
It's not
it
good.
has more of a Jon Favreau Cowboys and Aliens flair to it. Except it just looks more action packed.
Don't ever
And awesome.
take a job trying to sell movies to people. Because
Remember that one Jon Favreau
Like
film that
that
no one
one
liked?
horrible movie
Imagine Seven Samurai and Aliens and Cowboys
melded.
melded together.
There's no aliens in it though. It's just
the director you love, the movie you hate. Cowboys and
I don't. I'm super excited for this movie.
like imagine a classic film, but like
Done really
Western.
badly.
We already got that. It was the Magnificent Seven, the original. Like,
Right.
But
Wow.
So hold on, Magnificent Seven done in the 50s and 60s. That was the remake of, or the remake of
it was
Seven
a remake
Samurai?
of Seven Samurai.
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's essentially the story, I guess, in Magnificent Seven is there's a town that's being hunted by, not hunted, I guess.
They're being robbed by.
They were Huntsman.
Yeah, bandits.
Pillaged.
Pillaging their town, and they're roaming. Bandits too, I guess they are.
Yeah.
Makes them seven, like bounty hunters, I guess. Willing to mercenaries, I guess is the term.
Okay.
That are hired to protect the town, and that's really the story. It's the story of them protecting the town.
It's very basic.
Pretty simple. I mean, it looks okay, but to me, I'll equate it to like the Ben-Hur remake. Like, you can't. How can you compete with the classic? Like they're like masterpieces, like Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Even Magnificent Seven is regarded as a classic, and obviously Seven Samurai. It's like, how do you top that? It's like impossible.
Well,
So they're going the action route. They're going like the super like
The
Hollywood.
fun route.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other problem is it's Anton Fuqua, who doesn't direct the best movies. Training Day is really good.
Mm-hmm.
How many years ago was that?
And Ethan Hawke's fantastic in it. And
I
then he
can't
did-
tell if you're joking or not.
Ethan Hawke's fantastic.
I can't stand
I
Ethan
love
Hawke.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. And then he did Brooklyn's Finest, which is
Get
terrible.
destroyed.
Ethan Hawke, great in it though.
The Hawk.
Is she kidding?
Again, I can't tell if he's joking or not.
I'm joking.
All right, let me jump in here.
Adam.
The real opinion that matters. This link here. I've seen the original.
You have.
Don't really care.
Seven Samurai?
I've
Or-
seen Seven Samurai and The Magnificent
Okay.
Seven. Don't care. It was alright. Pretty so basic, right? Has anyone seen the original Magnificent Seven?
I haven't actually.
No.
No.
Yeah, I guess maybe I've probably seen it a million times at this point, like being like ripped off and stuff. So it was hard to like really enjoy it, right? I think this looks fun. This could be good. Could be like a really fun action movie,
Yeah.
but it could be bad also. Like the trailer, like
Could be a well cut trailer.
yeah, it was
Like,
kind of
it did a good job,
cringe-inducing at times. Like just all that, like it felt like it reminded me of Lone Ranger. Just all the action shots and like the.
Not as CG heavy though as that.
No, thank God, no. And the song they use is just like, just kind of like very on the nose, like trailer music.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a good trick. Like you could trick a few cousin Vitos into seeing it.
Oh man,
Sorry, Ty.
Yeah.
Forgot you were hyped for this. No, it could be good. It could be good. But like you'll notice the Antoine Fuqua thing from the director of Training Day, and 14 years later, The Equalizer. Like there's a reason. There's a 14-year gap.
He's done a bunch of movies in that period.
He's done 2 good ones and then 10 shit in the middle, and they just have like selective hearing. They cut out the shit ones.
Yeah,
right.
It's disturbing. I feel like it's impossible sometimes for these like remakes to like live up.
Yeah.
I also would not compare it to the Ben-Hur remake. That looks disgusting. Like, utter piece of shit.
I'll agree with that.
This looks like it has hope to be good.
Maybe not to the same extent, but in the same way that like
Neither
you
will.
can't compete.
Yeah.
It won't compete with a classic.
Neither will be a masterpiece classic.
Like it's like, how do you top Kurosawa at its like finest? It's.
They won't
I feel
be
like people forget about that.
The Departed or Scarface. Let's put it that way. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's those are hard. Those are hard. Yeah. Departed is like the exact same movie, but just done by a better director. I feel.
They won't be winning Best Picture.
No.
Well, that way.
Well, let's move on then into our next trailer, and that is The Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt, Justin Theroux, Luke Evans, Haley Bennett, and apparently Rebecca Ferguson, which I did not see in the trailer.
Didn't see her.
But she's from Mission Impossible. The female lead.
Oh, yes.
So, what do we think of The Girl on the Train trailer? Story of Emily Blunt's character who's riding on the train, who witnessed something, a crime happen, I guess. And it's sort of the story of what happens. Obviously, gets a little bit deeper into her relationship with those people she sees on the trains. So what do we think of this trailer, guys? Adam, let's start with you.
Well, there was a certain song choice I noticed that I was a fan of. It was the best trailer of all time, obviously, simply for just the music choice.
For Kanye West.
No.
Slow down. Mellow Kanye.
Oh, that's true. It was Kanye.
When dem drums came in, though, damn.
I'm so out.
Fire.
All jokes aside, it looks very good. Didn't have a clue what was going on, story-wise, but I didn't care because the images that were assaulting my eyes were fucking sick. And I love Emily Blunt. And I actually did love, Kanye biased aside, I did love the use of the song, Slow Down.
Yeah, I felt like the song was, like, it fit with, like, I like that when you can hear the lyrics and you're like, wow, it like ties in, like, it actually fit with the trailer. And I do like that it's pretty ambiguous.
How could you be so Dr. Evil? Oh, man.
Classic.
Classic.
Maybe you put that in the Austin Powers 4 trailer.
But no, I really like this trailer. Like, I think this movie looks really good. I love that Emily Blunt is like leading this movie and she's fantastic. I think she'll be great in it. She looks like she's like leaving everything out there in this movie.
As long as she can top Huntsman, Winter of War.
It's a tall order.
It's a tall order to have 2 classics in a row.
I always like to see Justin Theroux. He's always great. And Haley Bennett, who seems to be popping up. Justin Theroux?
No. Who's Haley Bennett?
Yeah.
Haley Bennett was
Hardcore
the
Henry.
blonde.
Oh, right.
Magnificent Seven.
Oh my god, she's in 2 trailers. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
She's also known as J-Law Jr.
Discount Jennifer Lawrence is the term.
Discount.
10th of the price.
When J-Law's busy.
We got Haley.
J-Law 2.0.
Shout out to Cinema Sins for using the discount
Ruthless.
actor terminology. But yeah, I really like it. I'm really looking forward to this movie. What do you guys
I'm
think?
very, very intrigued.
Yeah?
Got some good mystery building in it. Pumped to see what happens here.
Very, almost like a Gone Girl. Like,
That's what Ashley
Very Gone Girl.
turned to me after the trailer. She's like, is this related to Gone Girl at all? I was like, I don't know who wrote it. I was like, maybe it's the
Missing
same
Woman.
author? I don't know. But
I assumed it was
Should You
Julian
Do
Flynn,
It?
but
I don't think it is.
I don't know. But it looks interesting. Looks very, very good. I'm very pumped. And yeah, Emily Blunt seems like she's giving it her all.
Awesome.
could be a Hitchcockian thriller.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Tyler,
What was
your
the one
thoughts?
he did? Sorry.
Yeah.
Tim, what was the one you last seen? that he did?
Strangers on a Train.
Strangers on a Train. What's this called? Girl on the Train?
Yeah.
They're trains, so they're like the
Remake.
same thing.
Fuck
right?
Same movie. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
This is garbage.
It's gonna be shit. 5 stars. I'm out.
Crime thriller set on a train.
The trailer was very well done because you start to get a handle. It's like, okay, the movie. This is what the movie's about, and then all of a sudden they throw a new element in
Changes.
there,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, okay, somehow that's gonna fit in. They keep doing that, and it was very cool because you don't think that everything you saw, how it's all gonna fit together. It's very. I want to see how it all kind of finishes at the end.
Very ambiguous.
Yeah.
Very
So I'm
alluring. I want to see
intrigued.
Which I like. Because we all know about the pandemic that's going on with showing too much in the trailers.
Mhm.
Especially like showing too much in the order that they happen, like Batman v Superman had a
Yes.
problem where like
Right.
you literally saw like this happens
Right.
first, then this and this. I like for this movie, I don't know where these scenes happen,
Yeah.
so like
where they take place,
yeah, exactly.
in what timeline.
Who's on first, etc. I had no idea.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Let's move on then into our next trailer, and that is The Infiltrator, starring Bryan Cranston, John Leguizamo, Diane Kruger. Story of one of the biggest stings, according to the trailer, one of the biggest stings in U.S. history on Pablo Escobar's, one of his middlemen, I guess, in the drug trade in the mid-'80s. So, guys, what do you think of The Infiltrator? Tim?
If
Your
I surprise
thoughts?
you, I don't care about this movie.
Really?
I am surprised. I thought you would have been hyped for B. Cranston.
I'm not a big fan of B. Cranston movies. I have found
Well,
doesn't do it for me.
yeah, that's sounds
Dri-
crazy at first, but when I think about it,
Yeah.
Yeah, Trumbo.
Like
it's gonna drive.
Drive aside.
even then, like yes, he is very good, but he's not the lead by any means. Like I
Don't speak. No
I don't think he
ill
can
talk
lead a
of Drive.
movie, which is weird. He can't lead like a 2-hour movie, but he can lead like a 5-season TV show like perfectly. But
Doesn't work for 2 hours, but for like 100 hours,
Yeah, perfect.
He's good.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
I don't know. It just
But I
I
agree.
don't know. I don't know. That looks okay. Like I'm sure it's gonna be like a decent movie. Like it won't be bad, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be like this groundbreaking drug movie.
I feel like they cut it like it's like Wolf of Wall Street, but really
Also,
it's
yeah,
not.
I
It's
couldn't
like,
tell
it's
if it's
like a-
comedy or not for a sec.
Yeah.
It seemed really serious, and then it almost hit comedy level, and then it got like serious again. I'm like,
That's every Cranston performance. I feel like super serious, and then
welcome
elements
to
of-
America. I'm like, am I supposed to be laughing at this or not?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this movie. It doesn't look like amazing, but I think it's weird. Like the tone is weird for me. Like I do wonder if this movie was more like almost like The Good Guys like vibe. Like maybe I would like it more,
It's the good guys,
Yes,
You mean
guys?
the nice guys.
or the Nice Guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mistake. Because like the very beginning of this trailer, where like Cranston had like the mustache, handlebar mustache,
Looking dirty, yeah.
like looking
Greasy.
super greasy.
Handlebar.
Like
great
I was in.
I was
soul
gonna say I
patch.
was in.
I was
Instantly.
totally in, and then he like got rid of it. I'm like, man, I wanted him to keep that, be like full like Joaquin Phoenix in like Inherent Vice, like just full grease, like sleazeball. Like I wanted that. And then it changed because I was just, like undercover disguise. I'm like, oh man, but I don't know. I feel like this is a story that's been done like many times,
Yeah.
like drug bust, like undercover, like okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like the story, it's a huge sting. Like it was a big deal.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they're not doing the story justice at all.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like there's a lot they could do with this, and it just seems vanilla.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. We'll see. It looks okay to me. Seems somewhat watchable, but yeah.
No, I didn't. Like, the trailer didn't grab me at all. I was just like, okay, this is all happening. Who gives a shit?
Wow.
I didn't feel anything for this trailer. It didn't
Wow. Adam, did you already give your thoughts
count
on
in the
this?
second.
Not quite. It could definitely be good. Like I'm not gonna say,
Yeah, I'm
It's gonna
kind
be
of on the
shit.
fence.
but it looks a bit. I don't know. It could be just very like you said, vanilla.
Yeah.
By the numbers, like
Kind of like Trumbo. Like I didn't like Trumbo that much. I thought it was way too safe, vanilla, classic, like Oscar bait, right?
yeah.
But I mean, Cranston got a Best Actor nomination out of that. Like he could be amazing in this movie.
It's true.
It's possible, but I'm not. I'm looking at the director here. He did Lincoln Lawyer, which I've heard is great.
I heard that was really good.
He also did Runner, which I've heard is doggy doo-doo. So.
The Justin Timberlake one? And Ben Affleck?
Yep.
Oh God.
That's his last film. So.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So overall,
So it's a maybe.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we'll move on into our next trailer this week, and that is Jason Bourne. Is that the name? Or it's just you know his name?
Maybe it's you know his name.
It's a weird marketing campaign for me personally. But what do you guys think of the trailer? I think I'll start off. Not being like a super huge fan of the Jason Bourne series, like I like them, but like never really like love them. Like I feel like some people have this infatuation with Jason Bourne. I don't get Tim.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I like the movies. I've never like really gravitated towards them. But I like this trailer though. I like this movie. Actually looks good. Like
weird.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to remember the
Tim holding everything
line
back.
What is happening right now?
what's the actress say?
Julia Child.
Not Julia
Childs.
Childs.
Fuck Styles.
Just because you know everything, or just because you remember everything, it doesn't mean you know everything. Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just like
Awkward delivery.
it's just that was bad.
Classic Julia Stiles.
It goes right along with Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
Well, they have to have one of those in every single Bourne trailer. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've
that way
heard.
you know it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
just in case you don't know his name.
The second she
Jesus
said that,
Christ,
it was
it's
like
Alex
CSI, like put the sunglasses on moment, like yeah, like I was like, oh, that's just bad. But that aside, I think Matt Damon looks great. Looks interesting. I don't even know really what it's about,
But you know his name.
But I know his
And
name,
that's what's important.
so it looks good to me. I'll definitely check it out. What do you guys think, Tim?
As the resident Jason Bourne lover, let me break down the whole series for you.
Oh, God.
Bourne Identity, awesome. Bourne Supremacy, really good.
Oh.
Bourne Ultimatum, I saw 4 times in theaters.
Disturbing.
Just
Disturbing
disgusting.
news.
This movie, much like the previous one, I'm not too happy about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Ultimatum ended perfectly. You don't need a 4th one.
Mm,
And then on top of it,
fair.
this trailer is trash. So I don't care.
It's like you
Really?
you talked
Yes.
earlier about how in the trailers how they use certain scenes in certain like orders to kind of like you know what's gonna happen when in the trailer. In this one, they went like in the opposite direction. There was so much going on. Like there were so many different scenes. You had no idea what was going on.
I can pretty much say what's going on.
Okay, well that's what I got from it.
Tim's a genius.
The movie's going to open with him on that beach fighting that dude, probably. Or it's going to be like one of the early scenes because he's in hiding. He's going to get pulled out of hiding again for some reason. And then it's probably going to end with like that big SWAT car thing going on.
Well, this
Yeah,
movie
car
reminded me a lot of Skyfall for some reason. Like the trailer, at
Yeah.
least. Like he was top of his game, doing really well. All of a sudden, he's just disappeared, and now like they kind of need him to come back for something very important. He's on a beach doing nothing, and now he's come back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not needed, and it doesn't feel like a Jason Bourne movie.
It's the Jason Bourne series is something that I didn't watch until actually this year. I really liked the movies, but it seems like I've seen them a few times now, but it doesn't matter like how many times I watch them. I feel like I don't remember them. You know,
Much like Jason Bourne.
yeah, right? No, it's just I feel like all the stories are kind of just like meshed together. Like it's nothing.
All 3 are pretty similar storylines.
Yeah, like they're all very good movies, but it's just for some reason it doesn't
Jason
matter.
Bourne forgets again.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
trying to remember.
There's a chase
People he
scene.
loved dies.
Yeah.
Like,
But what's the point of the 3rd one is like he remembered everything in the 3rd one.
Yeah.
And then this one he's like...
but
I
now that he
remember everything,
knows,
like, yeah.
now that he remembers everything,
What's
doesn't
the
mean he
point?
knows everything, Tim.
Yeah. Don't forget that. Too.
Right.
Banner.
Put the glasses on.
Cut to the Who.
'Cause,
Adam,
Shot of Horatio there.
what do you think? Plus this is just called Jason Bourne, right? That's the name of the movie?
I guess.
Terrible.
I thought it was called Matt Damon. Like I just saw a
It's just
poster
called
of
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon. It said you know
Matt
his
Damon.
name. Yeah. Mistake number 1. You call it Born Again. I mean, come on.
Oh,
How do you miss that opportunity?
I thought that would be
man?
cool.
Big mistake.
Born on the 4th of July.
Something.
Give me a break. I thought it looked good.
Stillborn.
Wow.
Oh my god. Dark. Anyways, hashtag stillborn. Might get some different responses.
That's actually perfect.
It looks good to me. I'm very different perspective than Timothy here, because I think again, much like Jason Bourne, I think I've seen the whole trilogy, but I don't remember.
See, this is weird. You two, Adam and Scott, not huge fans of the original ones, are super pumped for this.
I like them.
We're not super
Not
pumped,
super
but you think
pumped.
it looks good.
It looks okay. Like
Yeah.
it looks.
I love
decent.
the first three. I'm like, this movie looks like crap.
See, that puzzles me because you have Paul Greengrass returning, Damon
Yeah.
returning.
Doesn't
after,
look like a Jason Bourne movie.
That's bizarre.
That's what I'm saying. That's baffling to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a really shitty trailer. Maybe it's like a really.
I think it is because it doesn't give you the plot like at all.
No,
it's
it's all
just
over the
people
place.
cocking guns for most of it.
Which you think I'd
Cocking
be
guns
super
and loading
excited
clips,
about.
but I'm not though.
You think it looks a bit superhero-y?
It looks. Yeah.
Like they kind of turned him into a superhero?
Yeah, it looks like too over the top. It looks like a.
He is though. He is a superhero though,
No,
right?
he like stumbles and falls.
He's an agent that's just slightly better than most.
He gets like beat up and shit in the first three.
Like he almost gets shot in the face a lot in his
But in
movies.
the,
Like I noticed
in the
that a while
series,
ago.
like he is kind of like a mythological like person.
Yeah, he's like the
like
greatest agent as ever
He's,
lived. but-
he's the American James Bond or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So like he is raised on this like pedestal. So I don't know. It just seems like they're kind of embracing that.
The big takeaway for me, I think that SWAT action sequence looks amazing. It looked like very real, very practical.
Yeah, that
I
goes
was
cool.
hype as fuck.
Them
for that.
smashing through all the cars and cars flipping up.
Yeah,
That's great.
and that one shot in a casino or something, was it a casino?
Yeah, like-
Where it just busts through the wall and it's kind of driving through. It looks very real. It looked like security footage.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
I did like the one. It's maybe it's just how they cut it, but he has a shotgun out a window. He shoots the shotgun, but really there's a shot right after that where like it's from behind, and for some reason I didn't like how they cut it actually in that sense where it faded out really quickly. The shot. There's a shot of like a car just like flipping through the air.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, that's real. Like that looked good, but
Who wants to put money on whether or not
Should
they'll
we-
use the classic Jason Bourne song?
What's that?
I can't remember the name. It was like,
yeah, don't remember.
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, how it just starts.
How does it go again, sir?
You can get started on.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
I think that's Kill Bill.
Thank you. I'm really glad that you got that.
Isn't that Kill
I
Bill?
thought that was
when,
like Good, the
Daryl
Bad, and the
Hannah?
Ugly. They were like,
It could have been a lot of things.
Oh,
that's the classic Bourne thing.
I thought you were doing like wee like Kill Bill.
No.
Daryl Hannah.
No.
Wow.
Classic Bourne.
I'm so glad that Tim got me.
Let's move on into our next trailer, and that is for The Founder, starring Michael Keaton, about the origin story of McDonald's Beast.
Origin.
It's about Ray Kroc, who's the founder, quote-unquote founder of McDonald's, and how he became the founder of McDonald's.
That's a killer croc.
Also starring Laura Dern, Nick Offerman, and John Carroll Lynch. Nick Offerman and John Carroll Lynch play the McDonald's brothers. Laura Dern is Michael Keaton's.
Nick Offerman shaving off a very era-appropriate mustache. I was very surprised by that.
Well, I'm assuming it's to be closer in line with his character. Who's
You
a
can
real
say what
person.
you want, Scott. He should have kept the mustache.
He's a real person.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought it was just like part of his skin.
Yeah.
I thought that was part of his body, that mustache. Like it was unshavable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your thoughts on The Founder? Yes, the McDonald's origin story.
Because we know that you are probably the biggest fan of McDonald's.
Quite the connoisseur.
It's true. I think it looks like it could be boring, vanilla, Oscar bait, biopic-y garbage, or it could be like, the good side of that, a very, very good version, like unsafe. Do we know the rating? Rated R?
PG-13. Does it worry you that the same director is the guy who did The Blind Side, which is very vanilla?
And I believe Saving Mr. Banks.
I don't know. The guy who wrote it, though, wrote The Wrestler.
See, there you
Interesting.
go. If it's on the side of the wrestler, I was trying to think of an example. If it's more like the wrestler, maybe like a Social Network. Like, remember I was saying the director said he wanted to do Social Network meets There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
If you could have that dynamic, that would be fire.
He also wrote Turbo, that very fast snail movie.
A little all over the map here.
I love waiting. I love waiting until like you're done explaining.
Yes.
Well, no, the wrestler is awesome. So
Great.
The wrestler is
He's
pretty
got
great.
racing, he's got wrestling.
There you go.
He knows sports.
Yeah.
I watched The Wrestler last week, and it was really good.
Magnifique. Yeah, I most importantly, I'm just amazed Michael Keaton is pulling off a career comeback at 60 plus years old with Birdman, Spotlight, and now this could be an Oscar collector movie. That's 3 years in a row. That's insane.
yeah, he's definitely acting.
He's acting.
He is acting. I'm kind of on the fence right now. Like, you're right. Like, on one hand, this could be very boring. But on the other hand, I'm very intrigued by the backstory of McDonald's. Like, obviously McDonald's is like a part of society now.
Yeah. There isn't a single person alive that doesn't know those.
You can't,
Golden
like,
Arches.
remove McDonald's from society now.
Yeah.
It's like too entrenched.
Yeah.
So like to see the origin, and I've heard that, like, I did know that the founder of McDonald's like basically like stole it from these McDonald's bros.
Am I crazy? He's a bad guy in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dick. You're
Okay.
right.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see some There Will Be Blood.
Complete a-hole.
Yeah. Like, okay, I wasn't crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
like he's not a good person.
But then he like revolutionized like fast food. And so it's like, but did he? Like one of the brothers like revolutionized it. He like franchised it.
Just took it and made it better.
Sounds like Social Network to me with the Winklevoss twins.
Maybe that's the
Zuckerberg.
analogy there that the
Interesting.
director was going for. But yeah, like I think learning about the history of McDonald's is interesting. Whether or not the movie itself will be good is another question altogether. So I'm on the fence. I'll
Sheffield.
definitely be watching it.
Sheffield.
Michael Keaton looks like he's playing Michael Keaton now. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Really? I thought he was like he's got a different voice going on.
He's got a nice little voice on him.
It's
But
I don't know. It's not a huge transition. You know, it's not like a huge transformation. Sorry, it's not like his.
You're right. Michael Keaton is a monster. He totally steals someone's business.
Told you.
Yeah.
he's definitely doing zany.
I mean, like
Keaton.
physically,
Yeah, Keaton.
like the tone of his voice. You know, it's still Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
You know.
I could see an Oscar nom.
Yeah.
If he plays his cards right.
Tim, your thoughts on the founder?
Looks good. Very, very excited for it, actually. I know the story of Ray Kroc. One of the podcasts I listen to have done like an hour-long episode about this.
You listen to another podcast?
Several.
Oh.
Fucking disgusting.
Shout out to Stuff You Should Know. They did a history of McDonald's.
Wow.
And yeah, the guy's a dick. So it's be cool to see this with the film.
Okay, so you have a little bit more insight as to what's going to happen in this movie, maybe. So maybe that's
He legit steals the idea.
yes.
Forces them out.
No.
It doesn't even change his name. Leaves it as McDonald's.
Yeah.
So there's no like his perspective. He's just like just a thief.
Pretty much just a thief.
Interesting. I like that.
I think there's a quick shot of like the McDonald's sign. I think he's lowering a new McDonald's sign
he
on
puts
top
up
of
a
it.
new
He
sign.
just like
McDonald's.
literally just covers it with a new sign that says the exact same thing.
I googled a clip of this guy afterwards to see if the voice was close. I think it is, but the clip was from when the guy's like 70, so it's a little bit different. But he was talking about how like he loved the name a lot because everyone else had like Burger something or like Johnny's Burgers or like whatever. He's like, this is McDonald's. This is like the name is great. It's different.
So he took. So it's not even his name. It's
No.
His name
their
is Ray Kroc.
and he took.
It's not like Croc
name.
Burger.
Yeah, Croc
Is that where the saying "crock of shit" comes from?
No,
Wow.
Oh, right.
maybe
A crock is like a
no. But
Like a
it's
Ray
another
crock.
term.
Yeah.
It's
Like a Ray Kroc.
no.
No,
No.
Nice try.
No.
You're stretching.
I think that's where it came from.
Tyler, though, your thoughts?
I am interested. Like, this is like the biggest like fast food like franchise.
You frequent it twice a day.
No, well, not.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and supper.
They have fried chicken there.
What about
like
second breakfast?
nuggets. So.
Yeah, they like this is like they have to have like the
nuggets
six best
and nuggets
nuggets in
and
the area.
fries.
Chicken is an option.
So Tyler's in.
They like this is the biggest fast food franchise ever. So
Empire.
this it is. So the story behind this it's got to be interesting, like the climb. So I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm also very weary that I could be just bored the entire time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. All right, let's move on then into our last trailer this week, and that is the latest film from Woody Allen called Cafe Society, starring Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
You hype?
Case
Jesse Eisenberg. You hype? I don't know.
Kind of.
Steve Carell, Corey Stoll, Blake Lively also is in it.
What's the title? Can I just...
Cafe Society.
Cafe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's so confused by that word.
Because when...
It's a cafe.
When, at the beginning of the episode, I heard Catfish Society, and then when you just said it, before, when I asked you to repeat it, I heard Catface Society.
Cafe
Society.
You're having a hard time comprehending this than my 23 Jump Street.
You're having a
Men in
stroke
Black
right now?
Yes, I am.
Issue.
I'm going deaf, apparently.
Cafe Society. Yes.
Catface, yeah. Catfish.
The plot is, I guess, a Woody Allen movie.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Seems like Jesse Eisenberg shows up in Hollywood, makes his way through town,
Meet some people. Has some good times.
Right there.
meet some people, greet some people.
Yeah.
Tim, what are your thoughts on Cafe
I think this looks
Society?
good. I haven't watched a lot of Woody Allen. I think the last one I watched was, this might not even be Woody Allen, so this might
Oh, God.
be very telling.
What's that, Ty?
Midnight in Paris is Woody Allen. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Confirming in my mind right now.
Woody Allen, yes.
I love that movie. I've got to dig into this guy's filmography. I've only seen a handful of
Oh,
films.
you only have like 300 movies
I know.
to see.
This looks very intriguing. I think that if this was made like 30 years ago, Woody Allen would be playing Jesse Eisenberg's part.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy?
Nope.
Seems like he's channeling Woody Allen a little bit.
As Owen Wilson in Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Kristen Stewart smiled, so she's showing emotion.
Love it.
That was weird, yeah.
Odd.
Very odd.
Jesse Eisenberg looks good.
Disorienting.
Seems like he's actually playing like a character that
Eisenberg
fits his abilities, not like some other movies where he's overreaching himself. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, for me, this movie, like, I've watched a few of Woody Allen's films lately. Like, I watched Manhattan. I'm trying to remember the one I watched a week ago, but...
Annie Hall.
Right.
You've seen,
Yeah, I've seen that. So, seeing those movies and now seeing the trailer for this, like, this is, like, fits in with that, like, if that was a universe of movies...
Oh, it is.
It's like the sequel or something.
It's the Woody Allen cinematic universe.
Yeah, like Jesse Eisenberg, like, is basically Woody Allen from those movies, but now in 2016, except it's set in whatever. Anyways, it just feels very similar to those movies and how they were very meandering, and you can see Woody Allen's writing, his script, and his wit in the short number of scenes that we've seen. So I'm a fan of some of his better works. So color me interested, and I'll definitely check it out.
This looks like a dark comedy a little bit too, because there's that body getting dumped into a construction site.
Yeah.
How ruthless was that?
But there wasn't like a lot of like that scene. There wasn't a lot of comedy. That like they didn't lead up to a comedic scene, which kind of was off-putting.
But if it's Woody Allen, so you assume it's like at least somewhat comedic.
Twisted.
That's the thing I find. Like, there isn't like really like a punch. I guess there's punchlines, but like it's just more like his like musings on like life and society. Yeah. That's like what the script basically delivers in his movies. But Tyler, what do you think then?
Didn't grab me. Like I don't know if it's Woody.
Wasn't enough Kristen Stewart in it? Or?
There wasn't actually. There's only 2 scenes.
That pause was very Woody Allen-ish.
I'm not going to try to do another Woody Allen impression because that fell flat.
It's
last
apparently
time.
impossible.
It's not good.
Yeah, it was. It did
well,
not.
You nailed it.
That's coming from me.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Thanks, man. Tim, the resident master of impressions. Not good. This one, like, it's. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't seen a lot of Woody Allen films. Maybe it's I'm not exactly getting the right tone. I don't know. It looked.
What have you seen?
That's the thing. I don't even know. So I'm assuming I haven't seen a lot.
Have you
of
seen
them.
Midnight in Paris?
No.
So probably no then.
Annie Hall?
No.
Very popular. Classic.
That doesn't mean anything.
To you.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
like I've seen.
I can imagine it would be pretty tough to try and glean anything from this trailer.
Yeah.
Without having seen some of his prior works.
Yeah.
And not sort of know what he's going for with it.
Yeah. Because I know like people praise him. I know he's a good director, but I don't get anything from this. Because I don't know.
That's fair. Adam, though, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's funny because you said you haven't seen his movies and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you weren't interested. When this trailer started and I saw Eisenberg and everything, I was like, what is this? Like, this looks like something I wouldn't care about. Then I think halfway through the trailer it said directed by Woody Allen, and I was instantly like, okay, like now I get it.
You kind of see it.
Because I've seen, a good handful of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
I know what he's about, I know his style and everything. I see it fitting right into that Woody Allen like mold, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sit here quietly for a second and just run through my mind and see if I've seen any Woody Allen films.
In your
You
memory.
guys want to take bets on how many he's seen?
I'll bet all my money 0.
Yeah, 0.
Well, it's not a very
There
good
could be
bet.
like one random one.
You guys want to put money on it, or
No.
okay? Talk amongst yourselves.
That's Woody Allen, not Woody Harrelson. So you can.
That's why it's not okay. That's
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
I think it looks good. I'm intrigued. Eisenberg actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I haven't said that since Social Network trailer. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. And again, any Woody Allen movie starring a male, he's playing Woody Allen. Woody Allen did it for like 20 years, and then he got too old. Owen Wilson did it. Now Eisenberg's doing it.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't believable for him to like be dating like 20-somethings.
Right.
Or socially acceptable.
Well, it's believable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The audience
We're
might
treading
find it a bit
fine line
A
here.
bit on the nose.
But yeah.
Anyway, looks good.
Ty, what's the
What's the verdict?
That's a firm 0.
Yeah.
Did you recognize any
I've
titles?
seen a lot of them. I've seen I know a lot
He's
of the
done a
names.
movie a year for like 40 years.
Yeah, like he's got
Pretty
a huge
incredible.
list.
Yeah.
It's like
He's probably shooting one as we speak.
I've heard of a lot of these movies. Like, a couple of them are on my watch list. But
Blue Jasmine?
Blue Jasmine's on. Vicky Cristina Barcelona. I kind of wanted to see. There's a few on there, but yeah, nothing.
His movies have a tendency of winning girls Oscars. Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Mhm.
Who won for that? Penelope Cruz?
I think so.
One of the girls in it.
Mhm.
Kate Blanchett. Blue Jasmine won.
Yeah.
So maybe Kay Stu.
Maybe
she's
Kay
gonna get
Stu.
that Oscar gold, buddy.
Hype.
Doubtful.
Okay.
Well,
Shot that down pretty
shit
fucking
on
quickly.
Kay Stu.
But I think with that will do it for episode 42 of the Up Real Late podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate, and you can follow myself on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
You can follow us on Facebook at Up Real Late Podcast and on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can also find me on the Letterboxd at what? What am I?
UpRealTie.
Up Real Tie. Thank you. TYE. Thank you.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franey25, FRANEY25, and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
And you can follow me, Scott, on Letterboxd, UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, keep it real.